I'm probably somewhat sexist because if this were a young boy who was, some ways abandoned by his parents, and there was an older man who was able to provide me with weapons and other equipment, but refused to actually provide direct help as I fought against all these other people, I probably wouldn't object so much. But if it's younger, wow, whoa, hey now, that's dangerous. Man, that's a bunch of them. Sheesh. I guess that's to help keep you going if I just found another exploit. Because I'm going to get 12,000 per pop. Ah, jeez, game, really? I mean, I need a lot, so I'm going to do this until I got 200,000. I mean, I'm not even joking. I'm going for a crazy excessive amount. No, I need 150,000 for the energy wave. I need 125,000 for both new areas to unlock.
So that's at least, just to be safe, 300,000. And that's just, there was also, what was the other thing I needed? Enough for the dodging at the highest level. And that doesn't even include, like, the level up or the, which I think I don't have any ability to level up anymore, because yeah, it's maxed. I'm completely maxed out, which I'm fine with. Not a complaint, just an observation, but which I'm not surprised by that it'd be 20 hearts. Oh, health regen, that's another 150. So I'm looking at 425,000. And I can exploit this place for 10,000 at least a pop. So, I mean, I know this is boring and repetitive, but it does seem like I'm getting diminishing returns. Let's see. Seemed like I was only getting, like, no, I'm still getting 10,000 at least. I thought it was only down to 9,000 last time. Yeah, if I'm still getting 10,000 a pop, it's easily worth it. Because 10 trips gets me 100,000. And that's pretty easy math. And I don't even have to go through this entire area at that point. I'll have so much money that I'll be able to basically buy everything I want through the rest of the game. So I might as well die in the buy the stuff I want to buy, then end the recording session, or, either way. That way I'll be ready for the next area with surplus, in great shape, ready to knock this baby out of the park. Oops. Oh, really? Alright. Helps if I'm not clumsy. I mean, I know I've asked this question before, but if you were in my shoes, would you have been doing all of this grinding? Would you have kept going back to get the weapon upgrades through the slime boss like I have, one that's very easy to take advantage of? Would you have done that with the first boss, with the bear? Would you have just kept going back to earlier areas, playing the game in a more natural way? Where you'd still be grinding and playing repetitively, but you wouldn't be exploiting it in this kind of style. What do you... I mean, is that just an apples to orange comparison? Is there one that's like, well, the noble way to play, the correct way to play? But, I mean, I'm just being honest. I have so many games in my Steam inventory, and I mean, games from eras that I grew up through, but I never got around to at their heyday. The Super Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, not a whole lot of Xbox exclusives that are actually that great, to be entirely honest, but I've never played any PlayStation 3 games, at least not in any degree of no, I just really haven't, to be entirely honest. Only a few Xbox 360 games, no Xbox One, no PlayStation 4, no Nintendo Switch. So I just have a large area of gaming that I just have not touched. And the consoles that I have owned and played, there's a lot of games that I've started, never finished, ones that I just kind of lost interest in or lost steam on, motivation to keep going in. So when I play a game like this, even if it's good, and I have a choice between, okay, I can just keep going back from the very beginning and playing through areas that are just average, everyday, no huge boon, no surplus of funds and finances that are going to splash all over me, and I can grind my weapons more rapidly and efficiently, or I can just kind of slowly scratch my way up from the bottom each and every single time. For me, there's no question in comparison. I've got things to do. I mean, I'm just talking about gaming, but, I've got responsibilities and other matters to take care of as well. So it's like, it's all well and good that I want to play games and invest into them, and but again, as an adult with adulting and responsibilities to take care of, I've got to manage my time. And so again, if I can take shortcuts and take advantage of exploits, I'm going for 500,000 in case you're wondering. I am paying attention to the number. Then I'm going to. It's just a shortcut. It's the most effective way, the biggest bang for my buck. And again, I think if you're a younger person, you don't have a lot of responsibilities yet. You're dealing with, schoolwork and housework, studying for tests. You've got that free time and the freedom to I'm just gonna get this weapon up to 10 real quick. I think if I just killed... Yep, got it. Wow. Damage increased, heat-seeking mini rockets. So the rockets actually shrank, huh? Ooh, they actually... Yeah, they do 4 each. Yeah, it still has a limited range, but this is basically like that one weapon that enemy was using against me. Oh yeah, might as well kill skeletons. But yeah, I mean, if you're at that point of your life, you've got more freedom, I can understand why you'd want to play a game more efficiently, correctly. I understand that. But I think for me, this kind of gets the best of both worlds, because I get to play the game in its entirety, maybe not in the strictest sense of what the developers intended, but I still get to play the game, I still get to enjoy it, but I get to get stuff done, I don't have to goof around and... Oops. And this isn't... Another thing I'll mention is that I'm not cheating. I'm not using a cheat. I'm not hacking the game. I'm not leveling up or save stating. I'm just using exploits for how the game's programmed and what is in front of me. So for me, that's also what justifies this. And in the past, when I was younger, I used to use Game Sharks, and I was more dependent on cheat codes. And, I look back on those days, and I still, I have great memories. A lot of nostalgia for the good old days. But I do prefer the way I game now and the way I play games now, where I'm not using cheats and Game Sharks. I'm playing the game you know, as it is and on a more even level. I don't know, does that make sense? And I also play games at a harder difficulty. I didn't used to challenge myself very much. Well, I say that, but to be fair, the era of gaming, I mean, when I was a kid, the first console I ever played on pretty regularly and heavily was the Nintendo, the original Nintendo system, so, you know, I think to say that I was like, oh man, just playing on easy mode or, you know, taking the difficulty down a little bit, it's like, hey, you know, I earned my stripes. I played some hard games. You know, I'm not gonna let somebody tarnish my cred for playing games that's like, oh man, those are just baby games, blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the shop. Health regen. Energy wave. I can't buy the shortcuts. I don't need the more coins. I've got 125,000 for both shortcuts. That leaves me about 100,000. So I guess I'll go ahead and get the sword upgrades just because. Yeah, I still got 125,000. I mean, I think if I buy the lamp, it'll just reset because I'm going to end the session here. But I don't think I can level up, can I? Oh, I can. I'm curious to see what that's going to do. Oh yeah, so it does break. It doesn't work if you're already max level. I wanted to find out. Yeah, I got all the weapons I have currently are up to level 10. Got my character max. I got 140,000 plus whatever I'll earn playing future levels. I'm golden as far as I can tell. So when I get back, I'm gonna start here. And if I'm counting correctly, that'll take me to the next boss beyond. I'll start off just having beaten the Queen Bee boss. So that'd be one more boss in area, two more bosses in areas, and then this third one up top. So I'm not sure how long that's gonna take. It seems like each area has been taking me, or each recording session has been taking me about an hour, but that's also included grinding time and replaying through levels. So I'm wondering if it'll take me more like 30 to 40 minutes. But anyways, that's going to be all for this session. I'll have to figure out what weapon I'm going to use. I guess I'll just have to see. I think the bow and arrow might be a good choice. Bow and arrow, boomerang, shotgun, rocket launcher. But anyways, that's going to be all for this session. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you around later, folks. And as always,
yeah, I don't really understand the name of the game, considering you're not really going through any trials. You're just going through a normal gaming experience. And it wasn't called Super Mario Trials, for instance. I just think the name of the game could be better, but then again, so could the entire game. So at this point, who really cares?